Welcome back, everyone. I'm thrilled to have you here for part 2 of our final expense deep dive. In part 1, we laid the foundation, talking about the basics of final expense, how it works, and why it's such a powerful tool for families. Today, we're going deeper. We're going to sharpen your skills and give you the confidence to qualify clients faster, navigate underwriting like a pro, and match each client with the right carrier based on their health profile. This session is all about strategy. We'll look at how to spot red flags early, how to use tools like RX checks, MIB reports, and how to position final expense in a way that feels natural and helpful to your clients. Whether you're new to this space or a seasoned pro, there's something here for you. So grab your notes, settle in, and let's dive into the next level of final expense mastery. Here's what we're covering today. First up is underwriting. This is the heart of qualifying your clients quickly and accurately. We'll break down the different types of underwriting, what carriers look for, and how to avoid common pitfalls. Then we'll move into the needs analysis and sales tips. This is where we talk about how to ask the right questions, how to uncover hidden health issues, and how to guide the conversation in a way that builds trust. Finally, we'll wrap up with carrier profiles. You'll learn which carriers are best for diabetics, COPD, high BMI, and more. This part is gold. It'll save you time and help you place business with confidence. Let's kick things off with underwriting. Underwriting is where the rubber meets the road. There are 3 main types you'll encounter in final expense: simplified issue, graded or modified, and guaranteed issue. Simplified issue is the most common. No medical exams, just health questions, and a quick review of prescription history or MIB reports. It's fast, efficient, and ideal for clients with relatively stable health. Graded or modified plans are for clients with more health concerns. They may still answer health questions, but the criteria are more lenient. These plans often come with graded benefit, meaning limited payout for the first couple of years. Guaranteed issue is the safety net. No health questions, no exams, just guaranteed acceptance. But it comes with higher premiums and usually a waiting period before full benefits kick in. Understanding these categories helps you guide your clients to the right product without delays. Let's look at how the carriers assess risk and what you need to watch out for. Let's talk about the MIB, the Medical Information Bureau. This is a nonprofit organization that stores coded medical data from the past insurance applications. It's one of the tools carriers use to verify the accuracy of what clients report. If someone applied for life insurance 5 years ago and disclosed a heart condition, that info might show up in the MIB. It also flags risky hobbies, adverse driving history, and even past attempts to stack coverage. Why does this matter? Because it helps prevent fraud and ensures that underwriting decisions are based on complete information. If there's a mismatch between what the client says and what the MIB shows, it could trigger a decline or downgrade. So it's important to understand how this tool works and how it impacts eligibility. Now let's talk about knockout questions. These are specific health questions that, if answered yes, result in an automatic decline for level coverage. For example, have you been diagnosed with cancer in the past 2 years? Or, are you currently in a hospital or nursing home? These questions are designed to quickly identify applicants who need to be routed to a graded or guaranteed issue plan. As an agent, your job is to ask these questions early and tactfully. It saves time and helps you avoid presenting a plan to the client they won't qualify for. We'll go deeper into common conditions that trigger these knockouts in the next slide. Now, let's dive into the specific health conditions that typically trigger knockout questions. These are the ones that, if present, will almost always push your client into a graded or guaranteed issue plan. Starting with neuro disorders, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's with complications, or recent strokes that are usually automatic declines. Even TIAs or mini strokes can be disqualifying depending on the carrier. Cancer is another big one. Most carriers won't accept applicants who've had cancer diagnosed or treated in the last 12 to 24 months. Unless it's something minor like basal cell skin cancer, metastatic or terminal cancer is almost always a hard no. Immune disorders like HIV, hepatitis C with liver complications, or lupus with organ involvement are major red flags. These often push applicants into guaranteed issue territory. Cardiac conditions, heart attacks, CHF, and recent stents or bypass surgeries are common knockouts. Timing matters here. If it's been more than 12 months, some carriers may allow graded coverage. Lung and respiratory issues, home oxygen is one of the biggest red flags. COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, and active TB are usually knockouts. Kidney and liver conditions, dialysis, liver failure, or transplant history are major underwriting concerns. These almost always require guaranteed issue. Knowing these conditions can help you pre-qualify faster and avoid presenting plans your client won't qualify for. Prescription history is a gold mine for underwriting. Carriers use RX checks to spot unreported conditions. It's a behind-the-scenes look at what's really going on with your client's health. For example, if a client says they're healthy, but they're taking Aricept, that's a red flag for Alzheimer's. Digoxin, that's usually tied to congestive heart failure. Always ask what prescriptions your clients take and why. Don't just write down the drug name, ask, what do you take this for? That gives you insight into their health and helps you match them with the right product. This step is crucial. It helps you avoid surprises during underwriting and builds trust with your client. They'll appreciate that you're thorough and looking out for their best interest. Let's talk about medications that trigger automatic declines or downgrades, what we call knockout drugs. These drugs are red flags for serious health conditions. It's not just the drug, it's the combination and the condition it points to. Knowing these can help you pre-qualify faster and avoid presenting the wrong plan. It also shows your client that you know your stuff, and that builds trust. So, how do carriers interpret these medications? They cross-check the drug with the applicant's answers and decide whether to approve, downgrade, or decline. Gabapentin with morphine? That could mean chronic pain or cancer, graded or decline. Oxygen therapy is almost always a knockout. The key here is to understand patterns. When you see certain medications, you know what the carrier is thinking. This helps you guide your client to the right plan and avoid delays. Height and weight might seem like minor details, but they can make or break eligibility. Each carrier has its own build chart, and if your client falls outside of the acceptable range, they could be downgraded or declined. Obesity increases mortality risk, so carriers use these charts to assess that risk. Some are more lenient than others, especially with guaranteed issue products. On the flip side, being underweight can also raise concerns. This might signal malnutrition or underlying health issues. So always verify height and weight early. Don't guess. Ask your client directly and compare to the carrier's chart. This helps you avoid surprises and match them to the right product from the start. Here's a look at a typical height and weight range. Each height has a minimum and maximum weight for level benefit eligibility. For example, someone who's 5'6" might need to be between 125 and 240 pounds. If they're outside that range, they could be downgraded or declined. Some carriers are more flexible, especially with guaranteed issue. But for level coverage, these guidelines matter. Use this chart as a reference when pre-qualifying. It's a quick way to assess eligibility and avoid presenting a plan for your client they won't qualify for. Some carriers use phone interviews to verify health information. This is called Tele-underwriting, and it's a recorded call where clients answer health questions. Prepare your client for this. Have them write down their medications and the reason they take each one. This helps avoid confusion and speeds up the process. If your client isn't prepared, they may forget a medication or give inconsistent answers. That can lead to delays or even declines. So take a few minutes to prep them. It shows professionalism and it helps the application go smoothly. Now that we've covered the risks, let's talk about solutions. Different carriers shine in different niches. For diabetics, Mutual of Omaha, AIG, and GTL, and Gerber Life are great options. For COPD, look at Mutual of Omaha, GTL, and Transamerica. If your client has CHF or history of stroke, AIG and GTL are solid choices. For older clients, ages 86 to 90, SBLIC and United Farm Family are your go-tos. Knowing which carriers fit health profiles helps you place business faster with confidence. It also boosts your placement and reduces declines. Needs analysis is where you uncover the real story. Don't ask, are you healthy? Instead, ask, what prescriptions do you take daily? This opens the door to honest answers and helps you uncover hidden health issues. Verify age, height, and weight early, and always confirm banking information up front, especially if they use Direct Express or net spend. These steps set the stage for a smooth application process and a better client experience. It shows you're thorough and professional. Bank info is crucial. Make sure your client has active routing and account numbers. If they use Direct Express or NetSpend, have guaranteed issue options ready. Pick 2 or 3 carriers and learn them inside and out. Knockout question, build charts, and medication flags. Always have a backup. Keep it simple. Don't talk about whole life or cash value too soon. Say things like, this helps your loved ones pay for burial costs so they're not stuck with the bills. Use RX lookup tools and quote calculators to pre-qualify fast. Know which carriers offer instant decisions and which require interviews. Position the payment like a phone bill. Most families choose between $40 to $70 a month. Follow-up is key. 80% of final expense sales close after the first conversation. Use texts, calls, even postcards. Always book a specific time for a second call. Don't leave it open-ended. Here's a bonus tip. Sell the payment, not the price. Say most families, I help pick a plan between $40 to $70 a month. It's just like any other monthly bill, easy and predictable. This helps clients visualize the commitment and makes the sale smoother. It's not about the cost, it's about peace of mind. Don't forget that one of the most powerful opportunities in this business is cross-selling. But remember that during a Medicare Advantage appointment, we can only discuss Medicare Advantage related products outlined in the scope of appointment. We cannot market or sell other types of insurance, such as life or final expense coverage, during that same meeting. But that's okay. If your client expresses interest, you can easily schedule a separate appointment to explore those options. When you meet with your Medicare clients, they're already thinking about their health, future, and finances. So it makes that follow-up conversation about final expense feel natural and relevant. You are not just offering another product. You're providing a peace of mind and helping clients protect their legacy. Handled with empathy and clarity, it's a chance to build a deeper trust and lasting relationships. Don't forget to use your existing book of business. It's full of opportunity. Cross-market final expense to your current clients. It's a win-win. I want to introduce someone who's a huge resource for our team, Julie Zemdars, our National Life Insurance Manager. Julie brings years of experience in agent development. She's a licensed agent herself, so she understands the challenges you face out in the field. She's approachable, knowledgeable, and committed to helping you succeed. Whether it's contracting, certifications, or tough cases, Julie is here to support you every step of the way. Thanks again for being part of today's session and for your continued partnership. We know how hard you work to serve your clients, and we're here to support you with tools, training, and guidance every step of the way. If you ever need help with underwriting, product selection, or just want to walk through a tough case, reach out. We're in this together, and we're excited to help you grow.